Well, how's it going?
Yeah, going good. So we're at episode 3 now, just the final episode, and I suppose the main focus on this one is going to be on the whole lifestyle side of the build. In the previous episode, it was all, as you know, it was all about the mechanical side of it, where we had a lot of late nights and a lot of long weekends, but we've made some pretty good progress. So very excited to be at this stage. So, you know, you can see here we got a really nice new roof rack, which comes from Eezi. It's the K9 roof rack. Comes with really nice accessories. That's going to be going on it. New rooftop tent, new awning. That comes also with some really nice accessories from DARCHE. We got a new dual battery system. We're going to also put in a new storage system. We're going to reclaim a bit more on the vehicle, so there's some stuff that we want to hold on to, and we're just going to bring that back to life as well, similar to what we did in the previous episode. But yeah, overall we're really excited to be where we are, and just really looking forward to now getting the vehicle finished, and so we can get off and go and do a bit of camping. So here's a quick recap on the work we did in episode 2. So a big proportion of the work completed was mechanical upgrades. We also reclaimed as much as we could. We upgraded the lights to LEDs, we tackled the chassis, added some very slick Navigational traditional wheel rims with some new tyres. We also did all the hinges with the German-made Offroad monkey hinges and window blocks. We worked closely with Euro 4x4 parts on upgrading the suspension, which has worked out really well. We added a new bumper, side steps, storage solutions, and yeah, as you can see, this 20-year-old Land Rover Defender is getting a whole new lease of life. So now it's time to get stuck into some of the fun stuff. As part of the Turas Land Rover build, we have gone with the high quality Superline drawers from Mobile Storage Systems, who are based in the UK. With strong support beams installed across the drawers, you can place heavy gear on top without it affecting the drawer's operation. The drawers also incorporate heavy duty extension runners that are rated at a very impressive 160 kilograms. Installing the drawers is pretty simple. You can use the cardboard packaging as a drill template, mark the holes out with the pencil through the hexerts, which are situated on the side of the drawers, and just drill away. The drawers use the durable Southpole locks and also come with a set of keys which allow you to safely lock away your valuables and not worry about them. Mobile Storage Systems also manufacture a number of other storage solutions and are well worth checking out. Okay, so next job here is to replace the wheel arches. This is the old wheel arch. It's absolutely fine. We hadn't planned to change these, but because we got the new STT Pros tyres, they're a little bit wider, and the existing wheel arches just are not wide enough to cover them. So every country's got different regulations, but it won't pass the MOT here, so they have to be replaced. So we got some new wheel arches for Bearmach. It's a pretty straightforward enough job. You've got to take out these plastic rivets. It's a little bit time consuming, but sure, we'll show you how to do it, and yeah, we'll just get stuck into it. So just using a sharp pointed object, and this is a small screwdriver, just puncture the centre of the rivet and that'll release it, and then just pull it out, and then just work your way all around the wheel arch, and then just take it off. It'll come off fairly easily. So we ordered some new rivets from Bearmach to replace the old ones. They were a little bit bigger than the older ones, so we just widened the holes. You might not have to do that. Then just line up your wheel arch, place your new rivets into the holes, get a small hammer, just give it a bit of a tap, and that's it. Job done. Right, so time to replace the snorkel. So we've used these mushroom type snorkels a couple of times and they just keep falling apart. So we're going to try something new. We're going to put on a plastic Mantec snorkel. Not sure what it's called. I think it's called a Jobby or a Jobby. Just got to drill a couple of holes and that's it. And let's hope this lasts a little bit longer than the other ones. So we're working with the Swedish battery management guru CTEK, who are the world leaders when it comes to battery management systems, and we're installing the D250 SE and the SmartPass 120S units, which would pretty much work with any service battery setup, including lithium. Both of these have also been developed to work as a standalone units or together as a complete system. You can also top up your power with a solar panel or when on the move, giving you remote power anywhere. Okay, cross member. Anybody who has a Defender will know that the cross members do rot, and you know, it's one of those things that will fail your MOT or your NCT. So this is a Bearmach cross member. It's about 40 pounds in weight. It's quality assured, OEM and quality assured. So like all Bearmach products, it's high quality. This is a very important part of the build because, as I said, the one that we have on there, it's the factory one that's there. It's pretty much gone and it needs to be changed. So yeah, so this will be a key part of the build. Oh, you're rolling. It's rolling.
Cross member looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks great. Really pleased with it. Really finishes off the back of the vehicle. So no more patching up, no more repainting, no more worrying about failing road tests, whatever. So yeah, I think it looks really, really nice, and I'm really happy with it. All good. Hope it lasts another 20 years. So in the last episode, we reclaimed some old parts in the vehicle by using evaporust. And in this episode, we're going to continue on with the same theme. One of the main items that I was keen to give a bit of TLC to was my old Rhino roof rack, which I bought in Australia over 11 years ago. To tackle this job, we're going to use the Raptor products from U-POL. First of all, you just got to apply the anti-corrosive epoxy primer, and after it's dried, then we sprayed on the black Raptor 2K bedliner protective coating. The valve feature on the aerosol allows you to get a texture gun finish without having to purchase specialised spray equipment. And as you can see, it does a top job in bringing these accessories back to life. So choosing a roof rack can be a pretty big decision, and I guess one of the first questions that you really need to ask yourself is, what do you want to use it for? Is it for carrying a rooftop tent, your camping gear, for work, or just day-to-day jobs around the house? There's a lot of choices on the market, so you should take your time and research the various options before making a decision. For us, we chose a K9 roof rack from Eezi for a number of reasons. First up, the South Africa-based Eezi are one of the original expedition equipment companies, just short of 40 years experience under their belt. They also just happen to have a great reputation. Some of the great things about the K9 systems include it being an aerodynamic roof rack, it's robust, and its modularity allows the roof rack to be quickly reconfigured depending on what you want to use it for. So there's a huge variety of accessories that you can get for the K9 roof rack, and one of the features that we really like is how easy it is to move all of these accessories around your roof rack, but also the simplicity of the lock plate systems on some of them. Here's another accessory. This is the yellow box tray that fits, I think, up to 7 different sizes of yellow boxes. And like all of the accessories, attaching them is a breeze. Simply choose where you want to put the tray and tighten into place using a 13mm spanner. Place your yellow box into the tray, slide the lock plate, and lock into the tray. And as you can see, it's just as easy to unlock and release your yellow box to get access to your gear. It's also worth checking out some of the other accessories. Here's the roof rack lashing eye nuts. These are very, very useful for tying your gear to your roof rack. And also the Eezi on table is also a great accessory. Just simply attaches underneath your roof rack, and it's just very easy to get out. And here's the shower arm. Also comes in pretty handy.
So no more excuses about not being able to have a wash when you're on the road.
So now that we got the new K9 roof rack on, we're going to have to change the rails on our DARCHE rooftop tent. And this is pretty simple. I'm just going to take off the existing rails. I'm going to shorten these so they fit correctly on the roof rack. Pretty simple job. So next job is to attach the DARCHE 270 Eclipse awning. And we're going to use the DARCHE brackets for that, and that attach very simply to the K9 roof rack. Very simple. Okay, so just want to show you quickly the GPS system from Navigator, and this is the Fox 7, and we really like this one. We've used the previous version, which was a great GPS navigation system. This has got a lot of extra features on it as well, but I suppose the main thing about this is that you can see it's a very rugged GPS system, and you know, it's built for the off-road lifestyle. You can put this on motorbikes, you can put it on quad bikes, so it's built for that very reason. It's also got a really nice big display on it. And we really like it. I think it fits really nicely there. So really happy to have this in the vehicle. So here we are, last day in the garage. We had a really big day today, and as you can see, we got our camp set up here tonight. This was not the plan, but we still have a couple of things to do, a couple of hours to go. Pretty exhausted, but really happy to be where we are now. The Turas 20-year-old Land Rover Defender is looking pretty good, I think. It's been a long couple of months, but as I said, it's been worth it. So yeah, so I think Mark, we might actually get a squeeze in an old cold beer in a while. There's a few small things to do, but we should be good to go in the morning. So a couple of us heading off camping tomorrow morning, so yeah, all good, and we'll see you in the morning. Cheers. Folks, well, as you can see, we're all camped up here on the beach. The build is now complete, which is great, and before we finish up and wrap this whole thing up, I just want to show you around our camping setup. So as you can see behind me, we've got the DARCHE 270 awning, and attached to that it's a new addition. It's the DARCHE Retreat Annex, and if you just want to follow me in there, Mark, I'll give you a quick look at it. So this is a whole separate room, and this is a room, it's a really good addition to our setup. So as you can see here, the room is closes off as to a separate room. It's basically a tent under the awning, and you can see it's quite roomy. It also connects directly in here to around the awning, and with the side walls on, as you can see, we've got a huge amount of space in here in the back of the vehicle. And if you see here in the back of the Land Rover, we've got our, a little bit of a storage box here. We'll get some cooking equipment. And we've also got the mobile storage system, which gives us a huge amount of space to store extra gear. You see here also you've got the Navigational storage bags, which is great. Anything that gives you extra space to store stuff in a 90 is really helpful, because you just don't have much space in the 90. We got our Eezi on table just attaches underneath the K9 roof rack, which is also very, very useful. And as you can see when you're looking at awnings, this awning from DARCHE is just a very high quality awning. And when you're looking at an awning, this is what you need to be looking at. You need to be looking at the joint systems here, because they need to be strong in windy conditions. So if you just want to follow me through here, Mark, this leads directly into the Panorama 2 rooftop tent from DARCHE as well. So we've had this tent now for 4 years. We've also had the awning for 4 years, and you can see it's still in very, very good condition. And we've used it quite a lot. So that's our setup. So I suppose thanks very much for everybody who's watched the last couple of episodes. I hope that you were able to find some ideas from it. It's been a difficult enough process. We've certainly learned a huge amount by doing it. And we think now we have a pretty well kitted out vehicle will see us just going for the next 20 years. So we're pretty excited about that. So thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
So the Turas Camping and 4-Wheel Drive magazine comes out a couple of times a year. It's an online interactive magazine that's full of 4-wheel drive camping, travel, camp cooking, fishing, gear and vehicle build related articles, and much more. To subscribe, all you got to do is go to the Turas website, www.turas.tv, and you'll be notified of future projects and issues. Special thanks to all of our partners who worked with us to help make this project a reality. We now have a rejuvenated 20-year-old Land Rover Defender that's raring to go and ready for another 20 years of adventures. Even the missus is planning on taking the vehicle away on a couple of camping trips with her pals. And believe me, that's something that has never happened before.